They do this every year. Why? Doesn't anyone love me?
How about them Cowboys, baby? How about them Cowboys? I got my uncle's Reggie White Packers jersey that he gave me for the occasion, and they did not disappoint. Cowboys, you suck. I know there's some Cowboys fans that want to click on my videos and tell me how much the Eagles suck and agree with me when I say that the Eagles are struggling and the Eagles have been sucking lately, which they have. But just because I'm angry at the Eagles and I'm really hating on the Eagles now because they suck, and you hate the Eagles because they don't suck enough, that doesn't mean that we're on an even playing field. That doesn't mean that I like you or support you. I fucking hate the Cowboys more than anything. I hate the Cowboys just as much as I love the Eagles. And it's so gratifying that every January, it's like a holiday at this point, watching the Cowboys get eliminated in the playoffs and even getting eliminated in games that aren't the playoffs. 2008, 44-6, anyone? Out of all the Cowboys eliminations that I've seen, this might be one of my favorites. It might be my favorite, honestly. We've had some good ones. 49ers beating them back-to-back years. Brett Favre and the Vikings beating them. Packers beating them in 2014. Packers beating them in 2016 when they were the number 1 seed and lost their first playoff game. But this, not only losing, but getting absolutely creamed and being the first 2 seed to lose to a 7 seed, that is a whole nother level of failure that I didn't even think the Cowboys were capable of. And it's the Cowboys. Like the Cowboys, Maple Leafs, Sixers, same thing. There's some teams in this league that have great regular seasons and have great talent on their roster and who make great plays and they win games in the regular season. And that translates into the playoffs. And those are the teams that go on and win championships. The Cowboys are not built for the playoffs. They aren't. This roster, this coaching style, it does not translate in the slightest. We're going on nearly 30 years at this point. 30 years! 30 years of this team not only not winning a Super Bowl, not only not making a Super Bowl, but not even making an NFC championship game. They're on the same level in that regard as like the Lions and Washington's franchise. And the Lions might actually make it this year. So that's another team that will become more successful than the Cowboys have been since the mid-90s. Like, it's comical at this point. It's comical how pathetic this team is. It is. Like, no matter what they do, no matter how much talent they're given, they always manage to come up short. Please, for the love of God, Jerry Jones, please, for the good of the rest of the league, keep Mike McCarthy as your head coach. I would really much appreciate it. We would all appreciate it. Please keep Mike McCarthy as your head coach. I don't know what to say, Cowboys fans. Next year, you're going to have a number 1, a division leader schedule. You're going to have one of the toughest schedules in the league. I guarantee you that Dak Prescott will never have a season as good as this one again, and CeeDee Lamb will never have a season as good as this one again. I guarantee you that. This was your best team, your best roster since those mid-90s teams, and you still failed in absolutely horrific and hilarious fashion at home, a place where you hadn't lost all year long, and the 7-seed Packers, with a guy making his first career playoff start, comes into your stadium and whoops your ass. You can't get as pathetic as that. No matter what the Eagles do tomorrow, I can take solace in knowing that we will not lose in as embarrassing of a fashion as that. It is I feel so vindicated and so happy knowing how that this team continues to just make me laugh and make me so happy with how pathetic they are year in and year out. It is truly a gift that keeps on giving, being an Eagles fan in this regard, not as an actual Eagles fan, but having to root against the Cowboys, because it's just a nonstop comedy show. It's basically a Dave Chappelle 3-hour special every year in the playoffs or any big game in the late season. Like, and some Cowboys fans are probably going to be like, "Oh, we didn't play that bad. Dak Prescott threw for 400 yards." Yeah, he threw for 400 yards because the Packers stopped trying halfway through the game because it was that lopsided. Like, are you serious? Do you have some serious mental issues if you think that Dak Prescott actually had a good game today? Those 2 picks sunk them. Absolutely sunk them. This game was over at halftime. It was just carrying it. It was just going through the motions at the end of the game. End of the game was just nothing but formulaic and nothing but just finishing it at that point. The Cowboys lost this game 25 minutes into it. It's just such a treat and present to watch this unfold every year. No matter how the Eagles do tomorrow, at least the Cowboys proved how much of a fucking disgrace and how much of a fucking laughingstock they are. And it is beautiful, as it is every year, to witness. How about them Cowboys, baby? How about them Cowboys? Fuck off. Fuck off. Get fucking humbled. Sit your ass the fuck down.